Hello and welcome back to Project Zomboid. This will be a further continuance of a journey with the unemployed profession. I will be trying to survive 100 days as an unemployed man in Project Zomboid. I will be releasing these in 10-day intervals to avoid super long breaks between videos. Right now the plan is to go down the list of professions trying to survive 100 days as each one. The whole point of this series is to do as much as I can in the time I have provided myself. I will be giving a detailed rundown of what I think about the occupation at the end of the run. Before we continue, I would like to apologize for the delay. I was in the process of moving for the past few weeks. Anyways, let's go. I decided that this episode was going to be pretty short because it's going to consist almost entirely of grinding some more skills and finding more guns. So I wake up with the power out on day 21 ready to level up my aiming skill. So I head back to the fire station to raise hell. I arrive there and start shooting. By noon, I had re-cleared the station, but I wasn't done. I then went up behind the shops and started shooting up an even bigger horde. After I was done, I went to the gated community and started clearing that too. After killing a few more, I started looting the houses. I found like 3 guns on a dead body in this house, and 4 gun cases in the adjacent house. After getting tired, I decided to sleep in an upstairs bedroom. I woke up and decided to keep looting the houses because clearly I was finding a lot of guns. I found 2 gun cases in the first house on the street, almost died in the last house on the street, and found literally nothing in the neighboring house. I then make my way down to the neighborhood below the shops. I find 2 guns in the first house, kill some zombies, find 3 gun cases in the next house down. That's a nice car. I almost die of stupidity next door and took that as a sign to GTFO. This is what the haul looked like at the end of the day. Honestly, more than I thought I would get. I'm glad I took the lucky trait. Day 23 was a day of sorting and storing. I properly stored all of my loot and guns where they were supposed to be. Not really much to talk about. The next day I decided it was time to level up my metalworking skill, so I took my skill books and set towards the school with a truck full of propane to get started. The school is useful because there's a bunch of metal chairs and lockers to disassemble. I disassemble, I read, I disassemble, I sleep, I wake up, I disassemble some more, I read through the night, sleep is optional. I disassemble my way to level 5, I leave the school a shell of its former self, I go home and sleep. I wake up the following day ready to face the world, so I plant some cabbages. Whilst planting cabbages, I felt the need to plan a big trip, one that will set me up pretty well for guns. I want to go to the military surplus store, not only for more guns and ammo, but possibly for a new bag. So I get some stuff together, a few days worth of food and water and some Molotovs just in case. I grab my shotgun and a couple of handguns and head out. The trip itself takes a few in-game hours, but it's worth it. I know I have the means to deal with the hordes around the surplus store, as I've done it many a time in previous playthroughs. I readied my shotgun and faced the hordes head on. They didn't stand a chance. I got my other bag and started looting that place clean. Oddly enough, I didn't find a new military bag. However, I did find a sufficient amount of winter clothing for when it gets chilly. I had so many guns and so much ammo that I had to tow an extra cart just to carry it all back. I was set up for a very long time. On the drive back, I began to think about how much better I've gotten at this game. I've certainly sunk a lot of hours into it. Honestly, that's the whole reason I decided to start recording again. I figured that since I've been putting so much time into this game, I should put in a little bit more and get some content out, and who knows, maybe this hobby will turn into something bigger. Anyways, I pulled back in Rosewood and made a beeline for the base. When I got there, I used the rest of the day to put away all the guns and ammo I'd acquired. The next day, I get ready to go back to the prison, this time with the intention of conquering. I wanted to level up my aiming skill to be able to use more guns, so I head there and begin reaping. After getting my kill count well into the thousands, leveling up my aiming in the process, I start towards home with a quenched bloodlust. This just goes to show how powerful your character can get. In Project Zomboid, a huge horde of hundreds usually means death, or at the very least calls for a migration out of the area. But if you have enough firepower, you can achieve anything. This is personally easily one of my most powerful characters yet. That night I sat down to read in the moonlight. I then turned in for the night. Here we are on day 30. So I intended to grind mechanic skill for the day until I realized that I was missing a certain magazine, so I went to the auto shop to look for it. Except for some zombies, I didn't find much of anything in there. Quite uneventful until I almost died for the third time this episode. Overall, an unsuccessful run, but much like with Generator magazine, we'll just have to go without for now. Perhaps we can reach out further next time. Anyways, I get home and eat a caterpillar, which is symbolic of the end of another part of our journey. If you've made it all the way to this point in the video, I sincerely thank you for watching all the way through. If you enjoyed this video or learned anything new, go ahead and leave a like. If you didn't, I wish you a good rest of your day, and I hope this video will be the worst part of it. I'll see you later.